afternoon, how are you doing on this lovely prelude to the weekend? It's Friday here on WorldWideWitteos, and this week we happen to be talking about coincidence and whether it leads to fate or if fate exists. And my thoughts are quite scattered about this, and so I'm just gonna start rambling and hoping for the best. I think that fate exists insofar as God knows what he's doing, and when things happen, especially big things in our lives, I think that without causing them, I think that he knows that this will lead to one thing, which will lead to another, which will ultimately bring us to the goal we are intended for. And we are governed by free will, and so we're allowed to make our own decisions. So when situations pop up in our lives and we make that decision that leads us to one thing, to another thing, to another thing, to our ultimate goal that we're intended for as God wanted us to be. And I know for a fact I've gone through these big things in my life where I'm questioning at the time why the heck that happened to me. And then later on in my life, I realize it's either made me a stronger person or it's led me to where I need to be in order to take on another situation that ultimately makes me even stronger. So things happen in our lives in order for us to grow from them and therefore make other decisions that lead us on to other things. It's a series of situations, and now I'm talking like the doctor from Doctor Who. I need to calm down. I'll give one example of in my life, things that have led me to where I need to be in my life, and one of them was definitely the 3 times that I auditioned for singing competitions. I auditioned for American Idol twice and for the X Factor one time, and I didn't get into past the cattle call in any of them, and I was so confused. And I went to college, and then I auditioned for a play, which led me to realize that I am in love with acting. And if I had been accepted into American Idol or the X Factor, I probably would have gone on to other things and not realized that acting is for me, and the fact that I love acting so much, and filmmaking and performing in general. Whereas I still love singing, I think that by not getting into American Idol, which is hard to get into in the first place because they like the weirdos, and my weirdoness comes out in different ways that doesn't show on the outside until you get to know me. By not getting into those shows, I was able to realize that acting and the stage and everything having to do with it and filmmaking and film in general is just so much down my alley that it's just perfect for me. So God knew what he was doing in that case, and I think that fate exists insofar as God doesn't plan out every single detail. Like, this is not predestination or anything, but when you're handed something that is really big or you know will change your life, no matter how you proceed, it's going to change your life. That's when it's time to trust your gut, because that will lead you on to where you need to be. Even if it ends up being the wrong decision, you still are led to where you need to be to ultimately reach your goal and to help other people reach their goals, because we're all in it to help each other. Anyway, so that's what I think about fate, and I hope that made any sense at all. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think of fate, and if coincidence leads on to fate and things like that, and whether fate even exists for you. Other than that, that's about it for me. I hope you have a marvelous weekend. If you want to keep up to date on all things WorldWideWitteos, please take a moment to, just a little moment, to like our Facebook and follow our Tumblr and our Twitter, and that's about it for me, and I will see you next Friday.